Hello, and welcome to the 1870s. We will be traveling on the Transcontinental Railroad with Mrs. Eliza Ross and Mr. Jeremiah Ross. The couple will educate us on the customs of those early travelers. First, we shall talk about clothes, and most importantly, what should you wear when traveling on the Transcontinental Railroad? Okay, well, if you're a man, what you should do first is you should get one of those top hats, like good old Abe Lincoln used to have, and a cane could come in handy too. A tie or a bow tie or on a button-up shirt will do the trick. Top coats and trousers are also quite in style. For women of high society like Mrs. Eliza Ross, you should find some lavishly decorated garments. A bonnet with lace looks simply gorgeous. Lots of ruffles on your dress creates a marvelous look. Don't forget a bit of a poof on your outfit. Diamonds are only for the goings out at night, but one or two in your ears won't look too dressy. Sleeves should be very tight-fitting, and don't forget those gloves at night. Point of discussion is, what would you eat and drink on the Transcontinental Railroad?
I've been working on the railroad. All the
Letters were sent to talk to Miss Eliza Ross about what kind of food she enjoyed while traveling on the railroad. Miss Eliza, what exactly did you eat? I ate many delicious things. I shall name just a few. I don't want to bore you, but here they are. I ate porterhouse steak, and you know, it was only 75 cents. I ate dough with mushrooms. That was simply delicious. I ate dough with tomatoes and mutton chops. I ate bacon. I ate chicken. I ate ham. Oysters were served in plentiful amounts. Corn was very popular too. Potatoes, cho-cho, mixed pickles, queen's olives, horseradish, peaches, prunes. Oh, it was delightful. The most important question to be asked about the Transcontinental Railroad is where the people were going and why. Jeremiah tells us. There were many different types of people traveling on our train last night. I think I spotted 3 specific kinds. First, there was the commoner, traveling for the gold in California. A bit too late, son, the 49er stole your gold, I told him. He didn't listen, though. Naturally, this commoner wasn't in the Pullman car, the car for rich people like me. There was the tourist who was working for the New York Times, taking pictures and writing in their diaries. Finally, there was the occasional wife, usually in tears, traveling to meet her husband on the other shore. She's called the California widow. It was rare to see a woman otherwise occupied. People came from many places in the United States, as it wasn't hard to get to Omaha, Nebraska, where the railroad officially started in 1865.
I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Can't you hear the whistle blowing?
Another question that was asked many times was, where do I go to the bathroom, and are there any rest stops along the way?
I've been working on the railroad all the live.
Of course, there were restrooms, as there was no bathroom on board the train. Mrs. Ross admits with a slight shake of her head, as if commenting on how stupid we are. I remember the stops in Spokane, Tacoma, and Seattle, 'cause that's where they filled the train up again. The train needs to be pumped up and given energy, and as you might have guessed, we passengers couldn't hold it for too long. Mrs. Eliza laughed.
I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away.
How long does it take to travel on the railroad? Mr. Jeremiah replies to this question. Well, good sir, I believe it took us 10 days, 'cause we got stuck in that awful Summit Tunnel. My God, that tunnel was our death, I swear. I was praying to God so that we'd get out alive. We went through 1,600 feet of pitch black darkness. I couldn't even see my wife's hand. In the middle of the tunnel, I thought, or at least I thought it was the middle, for I couldn't be so sure. Eliza and I hugged each other, and I knew it would be all right. I saw the light coming out and exclaimed, "There's a light at the end of the tunnel." Then there was the threat of the Indians. Both Eliza and I had heard about the awful incident at Plum Creek, and I bet you $1, no, make that 2, that we were mostly scared of the Indians. We come from the east, Pittsburgh to be exact, and I had no idea what an Indian looked like. Tall, muscular, with black hair the color of a raven, that's what he looked like. His skin was the color of light fudge, and his eyes looked red because of the setting sun. I know it should have taken us 9 days, but at least we're alive, eh?
I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away.
Have any final thoughts about the railroad? Miss Eliza? Oh, well, yes, indeed I do. It was a wonderful thing. But at times, as a passenger, I got so frightened. I wish they will make it safer. Though compared to the wagon trains, this is like heaven on earth. Mr. Jeremiah, do you have anything to say? Well, I have to say that I can't complain. It was a nice ride and we met a lot of fun people. I'm definitely doing this again next year. Bye. Goodbye and good day, lads.